Hello, welcome to the Pikmin 3 Deluxe speedrunning tutorial. I am a speed diver, and this guide is basically going to go over some basic tricks for both time save for current runners that can really bump down your time and get a PB, or it can also help learn the route for some new runners while also giving them a good head start. Before the run even begins, go to options, and then go to other settings, and then go to gyro. And then when you first hit the game, it's going to be like this. So this is like Pikmin 2 GameCube, Pikmin 1 GameCube, where you move it with the stick. You're going to want to first hit it to on, and then pointer. And what's this going to do is it's going to make it so moving doesn't actually move the cursor. So it's like using Wiimote and Nunchuck. And even if you don't like this control scheme, I would still recommend using it because it saves 10 minutes off tricks alone, plus time save from being faster. And then this guide's going to go over, or is going to assume that you know basic controls for the game. If you don't, before learning this, I'd recommend trying to get platinum medals on everything, or at least gold, for mission and side story modes without learning the route, so you at least have a feel for everything. So once you get here, timing starts when you hit normal. You're also going to want to make sure to play on normal, because hard is 3, Pikmin 3 on the Wii U equivalent, and Ultra Spicy is even slower. Normal is the fastest by like 6 minutes, and allows a skip and makes a lot of things easier. So you're going to make sure to play on normal.
Galactic date.
Skip this cutscene by mashing plus. It's always a good idea to mash plus. And make sure to plus that. For this cutscene, you're going to want to delay your plus a bit, so that way, because when you first enter a cutscene, there is a delay before you can close it, or for text boxes. So for that one, you want to delay like a few seconds. I usually click it when it comes up. And then for this part, you're just going to want to hold up and left. So you spawn in. Let me show this again. The other thing I need to mention is you're going to want to play on simplified Chinese for the fastest time. I'm just doing this in English. It's easiest. So you come in, you're going to close it plus, and you're going to hold up and left. And once you get here, you're going to change your direction slightly, so you're holding more to the left instead of up and left, or mostly up and left. And when you get here, there's going to be a cutscene that plays. You're going to want to press start or plus, and then immediately after that, you're going to want to. It's going to make you whistle the Pikmin, and they're going to be, because normally after cutscene it blacks out and you don't know where your cursor is. If you mash R and B, which will reset your cursor, and then whistle, it'll actually whistle everything for you. You don't need to aim. So we're going to go in, and you're just going to mash B. After this, you're going to have to throw 10 Pikmin. So it doesn't matter where you throw them. It mostly doesn't matter, but you're going to want to just throw them in the corner. So now that we have our Pikmin, the fastest way to mash is just to time it. Like, if you mash as fast as possible, it's actually slower than timing it. that's because there's a delay between throws in this game. So after this cutscene, camera's automatically going to go this way and hold up and right and try and clear a path with these like little mushrooms. And then you're going to want to turn the camera, whistle those, and then go back here. It's really easy to turn the camera by running up, quickly tapping right, doing it, and then tapping forward again. Or left, I guess. When you get here, you're gonna come through here. You're gonna whistle, boom, boom. You're gonna want to throw, obviously hit these mushrooms right there. So you're coming in, throw like that, hit these mushrooms. They'll break, and then they'll lash onto that, and then you're also already throwing at that. That's the fastest way. Skip this cutscene here, and just run to the end. Oh, there's a cutscene there as well. For this one, you're gonna want to hold up and right after skipping the cutscene. And then there's a cutscene here, and then you're gonna want to hold up and right, but mostly up this time. So after you skip this cutscene, it's going to make you want to whistle the Pikmin, and then throw them at the onion, but you have to lock on. So what I like to do is I like to press R, so if they're at the same position, it's not over the Pikmin, so you have to move a little bit, and then immediately after that, I just move my cursor to the center, and then I press ZR, and then I lock on, and I tap A 3 times. And that's what I do. And when we skip this cutscene, we're going to want to immediately load the bridge pieces. We're going to do that by pressing right and then changing the camera with ZL. And then we're going to put our cursor on the stack of 3, and we're going to press A 3 times, throw all 3, and then we're going to want to whistle the one on the far. And then we're going to activate the text box during while he's getting close. And then once he gets close, we're going to dismiss. So it should look something like this. Oh, I messed up. So it should look like that. And then, since we're just waiting on the bridge pieces, we're going to be pushing these bridge pieces by standing behind them and just pushing. And it should speed up a bit. The best way I do it is just pushing the last one. Once we get here, the 3 Pikmin are going to put their bridge pieces on, and if you hopefully push them far enough, they're not going to be colliding with the other bridge piece. And then you can whistle them, and then you want to throw them to the other side. But unfortunately, I didn't do it fast enough, so they're overlapping. So then you want to stand about here, because this is the farthest you can be. And you want to just throw all 3 before moving to the other pieces. And then you're just going to repeat this 3 times. This last cycle is different because we need to whistle the Pikmin off with us. If the furthest Pikmin, the one that's isolated, is closer, we would not be whistling it, but because it's far away, we're going to whistle it first before we do a trick that will have the Pikmin join our party without actually whistling them during a cutscene. So I'm not going to push them, I'm just going to show this off. So we get here, and then where the bridge pieces were, we're going to point the camera in that way, and we're just going to hold whistle. And it's going to be fully charged when they put the bridge pieces down. And what happens is during the cutscene, the whistle will go to Alf's position for 1 frame, and during that frame, it can whistle the Pikmin. So like this. This is awful. If you don't get them, it's no big deal. Just whistle them before activating this cutscene. You're going to want to mash plus here, and then we need to find the drink. It's over there. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to press down on the left stick, and that's going to move it further. So we want to press left and up. And while doing that, we're going to want to do down on the right stick to make it zoom out. So, like this. And then after this, you're going to want to turn the camera this way. I recommend just doing this. And you're going to just press ZR to lock on, and then AA. And then press ZR again to switch. So it should look ZRA, ZRA. And then come over here. And you're going to want to throw the last one on lock on. It's okay if you miss it. It doesn't matter because you just need the first one moving. There's 4 bugs here. Depending on how fast you do this section, you're going to take some shots at these bugs to kill a few before you come back. However, if you're slow, I would just recommend killing the pellet, because that's guaranteed, and you only really have time for one. And then after that, we're going to throw the Pikmin at the 5 pellet and head back. So I'm going to throw it at this, I'll whistle off, and I'm going to throw the Pikmin at there, and I'm going to head back. We're going to do a technique that's called pluck canceling. When you see how it makes you pluck, and then when you pluck it, there's going to be a B button to cancel it. We're going to abuse that to cancel the pluck animation and pluck really fast. So it's going to look like A, B, and we're done. And then skip this. So instead of doing like the slow animation, we're just going to do A, B, A, B, A, B. AB. It's important to note that you need to stand on top of them. When you get back here, we're going to need to kill the rest of the bugs, which in this case is 4. And then we're going to need to put 4 on the 5 pellet and 1 on the 1 pellet. So we're going to do it in that order. So we're going to come here, we're going to throw one preemptively, and we're just going to throw all of them. You can throw only 4 if you feel fast, but I just recommend putting it safe. And then just load the rest. But the limiting factor is the 5 pellet. That's the slowest thing, so we need to speed that up. You're going to want to stand on this bridge, and you're going to want to whistle them back to you. And then you're going to want to throw them on the 5 pellet. What we're going to do now is a trick called seed minute. Basically, when a thing goes into the onion, it has a delay. It has the animation before it goes off. But if we have 2 things going off once, the way the onion works is it's at 0, and then when the thing goes in, it's set to like whatever that amount is. So, for example, the 1 pellet would set it to 2. And then it'll pluck 2 seeds after it goes fully in. But if it's already plucking out, and the 5 pellet goes in, let's say it plucks 1, so then it's down to 1, and then the 5 pellet goes in, that number just gets updated to 6 immediately without the cutscene, and that's going to skip through it. And then we're going to need to time this, so we're going to slow it down by just whistling it twice. So it's going to go in. And then it's going to see it plucks the 5 pellets, or spits out the 5 pellets. And then you're going to want to pluck them all. And then for this, just charge. And finally, the last trick in the level is during this cave, there's going to be a text box by the mushrooms. If you just while you're loading in, you just turn the camera a bit. You can skip that text box. It saves like a second. It's like this. And then there's going to be mushrooms right here. just want to kill them. You're gonna want to walk through here, so just start. And then right there, I have to like press R and exit instead of to, and then just go to the wall. And just went to the exit. For menu A, you can only skip the takeoff cutscenes on day 3 and day 4 because you don't collect the onion for that. For this, I recommend just mashing A and B for its text, and you have to do it kind of fast because of the time difference. And then the only notable thing about that is that you have to press plus to skip that juice cutscene, or wait too many hours to do it. And you're also going to want to skip this cutscene. You can skip that. But you can't skip this. There's going to be some text boxes that you want to skip, and then you want to press A to line, and then you just want to line that. And then make sure to skip that cutscene as well. When you get in, you're going to want to hold up and left, and then that's going to, when you get near the onion, there's going to be a cutscene. Press start, and it'll spawn you under the onion. And then during that cutscene, a blackout, just mash A. And then just hold down to call your Pikmin. And then instead of pressing right to go here, you can just double tap A. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is that there's a wall right here we need to break, a wall right here we need to break, some bridge pieces here, some bridge pieces here, pellet here, 2 pellets here, and a bulb orb that we need to kill. So what we're going to do, it's going to be 1 pellet here, we're going to throw 1 pellet here, or 1 Pikmin here, 8 Pikmin here, and then while we're walking up here, we're going to throw 5 to the side. And then we're going to throw 7 across, and we're going to put them on that wall. And then we're going to go from there. So immediately after calling it, press right, big turn to camera. And then just throw 1 here, it doesn't matter if it fully latches on. And while moving up, throw 8 of that. And then while you're moving up, just press CL on the center of the camera. And then you should have time to throw 5 there if you do it fast enough. And then just throw 7 across. And then just whistle them. And you're going to want to stand about this rock right here. And then you're going to want to whistle them. And then just make sure to lock on that and just spam X. Get in there. You're going to, when you're coming back, you're going to want to whistle these. And then just walk onto this board, throw 1 here, throw 1 here, throw 1 here, and throw 3 here. And then you're going to come back, you're going to fast pluck these 2 and put them both on the board. If you miss the instant down on the pellet, put 1 on the pellet. We're just going to collect 7 of these, and we're going to put them here. And then while we're doing that, the rest is going to come, and then we're going to put those on the wall. If you really want an attempt to seedman at this, I do that in runs, but it's not necessary because it only saves 1 second. So, and then make sure to stand about here so that they join your party when you can throw, and you don't have to whistle. It's pretty nice. Normally, this wall would not be done, but because we went over this, it's done. So, you would pluck these and then throw it at the wall as you get them. But we're gonna wait on this, obviously. And then coming up here, there's going to be nectar eggs. There's going to be 2. We're going to throw 1 on the close one, and then we're going to throw, like, it doesn't really matter, but like at least 7, but no more than 9 on the far one. And then we're just going to spam X. Because what they're going to do is that they're going to go for the far one, and then it's going to be broken. So they're going to go to the nearest task, and then that's going to be the other egg that's broken. So it should look like this. See, they go for that. And then after that, whistle, and just do that. And collect that. If butterfly is here, like, you can get it while the bridge pieces are collecting, absolutely collect it. If not, no big deal, collect it before the end of the day. So it is here, so I am going to collect it. Make sure to stay at the very end of the bridge before like it's fully complete, like the animation does. Otherwise, the Pikmin will get stuck on the bridge. Going up here, you're gonna want to throw. You're gonna walk this way, and you're gonna throw 1 pellet, 1, 2, and then 5 on the wall, and then charge on the scoreboard. So like this. Chip kill. You're gonna collect the strawberry after we do this cave. It's faster to get a fruit on day 5, but it's a 1 second difference, and it's significantly harder, so I don't recommend doing it. Okay, this thing. You're gonna want to lock onto it and then walk around in a circle. Walk around. I messed up there. That rarely happens. Okay, that's really good. But it would normally just die. Rock Pikmin. Once again, you're going to want to press R, so it automatically centers it here, and then it's held a little bit down. And then just press B and X, and then it's faster just left here, I think. And then you want to, while it's coming, just grab your reds and throw 5 on it. If you throw 6, it's no big deal, but there is a chance that reds grab on first and it goes for reds. And at least it's coming, so I just throw 5. And then just pluck all 8. And then you're gonna, the second you can lock on, immediately charge it. And then while it's breaking code, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to throw 1 red here, 3 reds here, wait for the rocks to catch up, charge them at the stone wall, and then charge the rest of the reds on the nectar. And if you have time left over, it doesn't really matter. You're going to want to throw 5 reds here so we don't have to during Brittany tutorial. So if you do that fast enough, you just throw Brittany and press B when she lands. But assuming you didn't do it, you would throw the Pikmin first, and then do it, so you can do that. Because if you throw Brittany first, that doesn't work. And then coming back, you're going to walk through this area, and then just throw the rocks at this. If you're slow at throwing, it's no big deal to charge, but it's better to throw. If you don't get them all nectar, it's no worries. You're going to want to throw Brittany at the Pikmin on the left side, like down here, and then charge the wall and grab them on the right. Now what that's hopefully going to do is it's going to isolate some blocks for separate order. And then you're going to want to wait. You're going to help Brittany do them all. It might seem faster to walk off and do it, but we're going to do a drown strat that we need Brittany immediately for, so we want to help her as much as possible. Throw 7 reds off to the side, right here, and then you're going to walk up here, and then immediately throw Brittany. There's a cutscene there, so watch out for that. Once you get to Brittany, there's going to be a cutscene here that disables this invisible wall. So, activate that. Once you get that, press down and ZL, and then that will turn your camera this way. And then you're going to just whistle out. And I would absolutely recommend it, because it saves like 3 seconds at top level, and that's assuming you played the section perfectly. It saves much more at a lower level. Once you start off up here, switch to them, and whistle. You're going to want to throw 3 reds on this, and you're going to walk here and throw 3 rocks inside, and charge the rest on this wall. Then you're going to throw 3 rocks at this crystal, and then break the eggs, nectar them. By then the crystal should be done, and then you throw the 3 rocks and then 1 red at it. If you're slow enough, you can just throw the 3 rocks, but otherwise the bridge might not get done in time. The best way to do it is to break the eggs on the left first, and then throw like 2 to the side, and then just charge, lock onto the back one and charge, and then that will send a lot of them. No, it's send like 20. They'll hit the first one first and then the second one, and then whistle, and then charge the other one. And then you're going to charge the rest of the wall. And then Brittany, there's going to be 2 blowhogs here and a 5 pellet. You're going to want to throw 1 on the close blowhog, 1 on the far one. Or sorry, 1 on the pellet and 5 on the blowhog. Make sure to throw the 5 on the the blowhog together, so that way they don't desync, and then when you kill it, the one's too far away. If you are fast enough, you can walk back to the ending. If you are not fast enough, it is perfectly fine to go here. When you activate this cutscene, he's going to lunge at you. You're going to run to the left a bit, like this, and you're going to want to throw all your Pikmin, the 5 rocks, maybe a little bit more if you miss, at his tail. That's going to break it. When he lands on the wall, you're going to charge your reds at his tail, and either wait 2 seconds, or until his health bar depletes completely with a slipper. Because that's going to make him shake off if you wait longer. So just follow him to the wall. He's on the wall. Charge him. 1, 2, whistle off. And now he's down, but wait until he's down, and now throw that step, and then you guys are down. You're gonna walk to about here, and then dismiss with rock selected, so dismisses reds. And I'm just gonna throw reds like this and hope as many red on. And then make sure to wait until it goes through where you have 20 and then whistle. And I just, the rest of the stays on the scroller, so it doesn't really matter how fast you do this. Just throw 7 on the first one, the 5 pellet, and then 8 on the back one. And make sure to nectar. It doesn't really matter if he gets even up here for practice. If you have like a bunch of time, you have like 10 seconds to do it. So. While going up here, whistle those, throw at this, and then just nectar. Just do that. And immediately end the day, there's gonna be a cutscene here. For every single time you end the day, immediately be ready to press right. Because then that'll do a Pikmin will perish. Alright, skip through that. And then you just wait here. Make sure to skip that cutscene. So. Once again, A and B for all the text. Alright, this is probably the most tricky day to learn for beginners. I would absolutely recommend doing this trick. Even if you spend a whole minute on this, it will still save time. Don't turn the camera because there's another text box you want to skip. When you get here, pluck the 3, recommend, and then whistle. When you get here, there's going to be, you're going to skip the yellows. Do not activate this. Do not. You're going to want to line yourself up about here, and you're just going to want to hold down and left. Make sure to time it so you don't go over. Like I did. That's pretty precise. And then once you're on this, you're going to want to stand near the middle, and you're going to try and walk a little bit towards the left. If I can show you, it didn't really work. And once you get there, you're going to hold up and right past the thing. So once you're here, you're going to go here, and then you're going to hold up and right. Once here, you have 2 decisions to make. This one is a lot safer to pass through. However, this one saves about 5 seconds. I'm going to show both. For this one, you're going to want to position yourself about here and hold up and left. And you'll make it through every time. I don't think it's possible to make it back, so it's ridiculous. For this one, you're gonna position yourself about here and hold up and right. Make sure to go to this safe spot right here, otherwise you will fall off like that. As you come around, absolutely recommend doing the safer one. So you fail it, you lose 2 seconds compared to that where you have to redo this entire thing. And at that point, that's basically like dead. Why not say this? This is by far the most, this is the trick to practice in the run. So here, I want to hold up and right, get to the safe point, hold up and right again. And then when you get here, there's going to be invisible loading zone about here. So you get there, and boom. When you get here, you're going to want to throw immediately 5 yellows here, all walking towards this way. So, like this. When you get here, you want to hold up and left, and you're going to get up here. So once again, go like this. Then you're going to make your way down through here. This is very precise, so you have to press down and then immediately left. It's like this. Okay. And see, like that root climb is harder than it looks. Here, you're gonna want to hold down and right. The more right you hold, the faster it'll go. So down and right. And then you're gonna want to time it specifically. So the second you see the pink with Brittany, then you know you're in. And then make sure to not clip back your balance. Make sure to go around this. Oh wait, no, you don't need to go around this way. Like go through here. And I like to go between this leaf and this. And then I hold forward. And up here, there's going to be a few rocks. If you fail this trick, you lose 3 minutes, so it's okay to line this up. So you're going to want to go to the center rock, and you want to position yourself. So you see this little outline right here? You're going to want to put it so Brittany is barely there. So then, just like that, and I failed it, but you want to just hold forward there. So you just have to restart the day if that happens. I would recommend practicing that a lot. It's actually somewhat easier if you do it no stop, but for learning it, I'd recommend doing stop method. So once again, I might as well redo this because I'm here. You're going to want to position yourself about here, and you're going to want to hold down and left as soon as you get near it. And I'm just going to do this stuff. So once again, if this happens, just hold up and right, and you'll make it over just fine. Once again, make your way through this. Once you get here, higher up you go, the bigger the platform I find. It's very precise where you can walk before you enter a loading screen. Once you make it to this rock, it's pretty big where you can go. And once here, you gotta go towards the right. Aim for this log, like towards the middle. While you're falling, switch to Alpha. It's fine if you don't, just lose like 3 seconds. Call your Pikmin, and then just smash X, charging with this. What I would recommend doing is lining it up, stand on the edge of this, and then you're gonna whistle the off-screen yellows and move it to so you get that. And then it doesn't matter how many you get, you just need all 5 yellows. When you get here, you're gonna want to walk to this. There's gonna be a candy pop there. You want to stand as far away as possible from it, so you activate the floss bat while still being able to throw it. It's like this. Switch to reds. So, like this, lock on, stand underneath the floss bat to activate it for 5 reds, into it, throw the 5 yellows, lock them, and throw. When that cutscene ends, you're gonna press, or you can skip it. You're gonna just mash lock on and X. Okay. And see, I messed up because you only want to press lock on once, and then that happened. But it would damage it. And immediately after that, you just instantly charge that. If it doesn't, you have a backup down here. If that fails, build a bridge at a low level. If not, run steady. He's going to flap the 2 wings. And they're going to do a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 pattern. On the second wing flap, the second that hits the ground, do not go early. You're going to charge. So 1-2, boom. And that's time. Okay, guys. Immediately after this, and no Pikmin or saving. Alright, this is going to be the final day I recover for this route. Right there, you're going to mash B and plus, so it fully extends the text box, and then plus to skip that little cutscene, like the talking. When they're visible on screen, you can skip that, but the text box needs to be full, so you mash only B. And then just mash through that. Do not change the camera at all for this first bit, because there is a consistent method for this Captain Club ever value. When you get here, there's going to be a little gap you can throw to. Stand near the middle of this and throw the 2 captains there. When you get down here, there's going to be I'll show this after, but there's a few rocks that you can go to. Go to the most leftward one where there's a little vent, and then click. And then it should work just about every time. And dismiss. So, see, down these. It doesn't work at all, but There's a few. Go to the furthest one. If you accidentally change the camera, and you need to do your split, the way you do it, so there's multiple methods. The method I like to use is that there's a little green spot right here. I aim for that. When you're doing that, while she's falling, switch to ready. You need to go back here. I like to go up till this little rock right here. And then turn back, hold down, turn the camera. And it does that. While you're up here, you can't whistle the captains from here. You have to go here. And then do that. And that's not a lot. So you should get them on your party. You can throw Alf on his walk, it doesn't really matter. So on his first phase, he's going to dig into the ground, and we're going to charge him immediately as he appears on the center. Make sure to follow him. See he appeared. When you're coming up, after charging him, try and get as far as away so you don't get hit by that coming up attack. And whistle the Pikmin, lock on and charge. I got hit by it, so I lose the charge. Smash between the two dice. After this, there's going to be 2 bomb rock holes, one here and one here. You're 99% of the time want to go for this one, because that one's more consistent. But if he, for some reason, goes like all the way over here, go for this one. So this one, this, there are 2 Pikmin on it. And you get back here, wait until he's about to appear, and activate some slightly over. And I'll skip over from the charge back. He's going to die, he's going to chill at the center for a bit, and then he's going to do a little dig and then a big dig. On the second you see the little dig, throw the 2 bomb rocks immediately. So we're just going to chill. And then just chill it. With the rock selected, stand roughly here in this mess. You should get all 20. That one is consistent. However, if you fail that, you're not getting all 20. Like that one is consistent or inconsistent after you load it, but it is consistent to get all 20. So I didn't cover the day $2 scroller because that one's easy. This one is really easy, really hard to lose, or really hard to not lose time on. What you're going to do is you're going to push this paper bag down. You're going to immediately kill this. You're going to charge only the rocks at this bomb rock hole. Then charge the reds at this. And then charge the rest on the fruit. Once it gets here, it's going to activate a cutscene. Let him go up there and then whistle off. Make sure to call these pit. And whistle it right here. And get the bomb rocks. And just wait before loading out. And up on the thing and charge this. Call the Pikmin off right before it. So like this. So wait for the cutscene. And then charge. And then you end the day. Because while it's in that, it's still going to give you the Pikmin. but you don't have to pluck them. You can skip this. And I forgot to mention on day 3 as well. If you skip the yellow, you can skip that cutscene. Alright. That is the first half of the run. I'm going to cover the second half of the run in a different video. Thanks for watching.